Like several West African countries, Nigeria has been on the radar as one of the countries with high use of cannabis and opioids in the world. The youth make up 70% of Nigeria's 200 million strong population, and many of them engage in drug abuse. Findings from a new UNODC report reveal that the rising demand for illicit drugs has bred a viable trade route.
We are also a consuming nation. That is the unfortunate thing about that. Cocaine, heroin, and the opioids. Now we have people consume them here. So we're not just only a transit nation at the moment, but we're also a consuming nation.
The UNODC report also underpins how drug money in the West African trade routes is enabling revenue for armed groups in the Sahel.
I believe also that money realized from drugs is used to purchase arms, and at least that's established by governments in the Sahel. And if you look at the activities, this is further buttressed by the activities of the drug law enforcement agents who have been making hauls. And I think with that, there's a lot of catches and a lot of arrests being made. Once that is achieved and drugs are no more accessible to criminals, the crime also will relatively reduce.
In 2018 alone, the UNODC says that about 14.3 million Nigerians abused drugs. Experts say that number has risen over the years. This has further deepened the nation's vulnerability to violence and crimes such as kidnapping, banditry, and other growing antisocial disorders.
All of these security challenges have at their basis the problem of drug abuse, because nobody in his or her right senses will go out to go and kidnap people.
You have the drug cartels that use crime as a way of maintaining control over their territories that are associated with drug manufacturing and drug distribution. You have disinhibition, poor judgment, poor decision making, which is impulsivity, which leads to a lot of crimes being committed when people are high on drugs. That's a vulnerability period for them to commit crimes.
Now, countries like Nigeria are focusing more on public campaigns against illicit drug use and providing restorative therapy for drug abusers. The Global Organized Crime Index shows that West Africa saw unprecedented cocaine seizures between 2019 and 2021. Vulnerable coastal states stretch from Senegal through Gambia and Guinea-Bissau to Guinea. Drugs from Latin America flow through the West African corridor and end up in Europe. To curb the menace of drug trafficking, experts recommend that West African governments boost security checks across their corridors.